And find a comfortable seat, either laying on your back or maybe you want to sit up nice and tall on your sits bones. Just find a comfortable position just for you. And then slowly start to flutter your eyes closed. And if you're sitting up, make sure to sit up nice and tall. And just begin to slow your breathing. Not manipulating the breath in any sort of way. And just take 5 slow, deep breaths in and out through your nose as you begin to settle your mind. And just start by taking notice of where you are at the moment, scanning your body and your mind for information. Just noticing how you feel mentally and physically. And just begin to observe your thoughts in a neutral, non-judgmental way as they come and as they go. And now this is the first class of the new year, 2021. So happy new year to both of you and those who are joining on the recorded session. And I'm going to do a little bit of a new year meditation with you guys. As you're sitting here and as you're slowly breathing, again, nice day-to-day breath, I want you to begin to replay through the year in your mind, slowly, as if you're watching a movie reel of highs, lows, and of big and small moments from your year. Starting from New Year's, the very first day of January of 2020, and move through the year month by month, recalling people, moments, emotions, activities, details, mistakes, highlights, all of it. Just playing through these memories from the year little by little in your mind as they come to you, and watch them like a recap of all that happened. And I want you to stay with each moment for a while before moving on to the next. And when you reach the end of December, finish the movie reel of the year and notice just how you feel. Now begin to settle your attention on your biggest challenge from this year. In what ways this experience, this person or situation challenge you? And what would you have done differently, given the opportunity to maybe repeat the experience? Now begin to settle your attention on your favorite moment from the last year. And I want you to hold it at the center of your mind and take it in through all of your senses. Really replay this moment in your mind's eye. Really feeling the state that you were in when you were living through this favorite moment of yours. I want you to recall how your body felt, what your mind state was, what your energy felt like. Recall any colors, images, sensations, anything. And then as you bring your attention to this positive memory, I want you to identify the feelings this experience carried with it. Create the intention to integrate more of these feelings into the coming year in various different ways. What do you need to do to actually experience more feelings like this in your life in this year? Maybe what's in your control? Who can help set you up for success? What maybe changes or habits can you change in this life? And just stay with it for another minute. And I want you to slowly transition your mind back into the present moment by bringing your awareness to your breath. Deep inhales and slow exhales. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you exhale, let it all go. Take another deep breath in. Maybe this time your shoulders rise up all the way to your ears. And as you exhale, roll your shoulders back and down, side out. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, open your mouth, side out. On your next inhale, go ahead and flutter your eyes open as we begin our practice this evening. Take your arms all the way up to the sky. You're going to interlace the fingers. Your palms are going to start to face up towards the ceiling, sitting up nice and tall here. Maybe your gaze comes up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, go ahead and place both palms behind your skull, still interlaced. As you inhale, go ahead and take both of your elbows closer in towards one another as if you're curling your spine here. As you exhale, arch your back open wide. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Inhale, both elbows comes in towards one another as you round your upper back. Exhale, open wide. So if you're doing kind of like a cat and cow move as you're seated in the seated position. Inhale. And exhaling out. On your next inhale, go ahead, take your hands up towards the ceiling, unbind the arms. As you exhale, you're going to twist over to the right side. So your right hand is behind your back, the left hand is right in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall. Nice little gentle, easy twist for the lower spine. As you inhale, come up, back through center. As you exhale, twist over to the left side. Inhale and lift up to lengthen. Exhale, twisting to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back through center. Hands come right behind or right next to your sides. From here, go ahead and take your left foot out. And then with the sole of the right foot, it's going to, with your sole of your right foot, it's going to come and touch the left inner thigh. You're going to flex your left toes. And as you inhale, reach up to lengthen. So you get nice and tall. As you exhale, reach over for that left foot. Making sure that you still have a nice flat back. You're not rounding your spine here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, folding forward. Again, making sure you're not rounding your spine. People's main objective here, they think the main objective here is to try and touch your toes. That's not true. The main objective here is to get that nice form. Work on flexibility. As you inhale, arms come up overhead. As you exhale, take your right hand behind your back. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to lift your hips up and you're going to place all of that weight onto your right knee, onto your right shin. You're going to lift the hips up, left hand comes overhead. Getting a nice little open stretch here. And exhale, release it down. Go ahead and switch legs. So the right leg comes nice and straight out. Sole of the left foot comes onto the right inner thigh. As you inhale, lift up to lengthen. As you exhale, reach for that right foot. Again, nice flat back. Go as far down as you can. Trying to release all the expectations of your body here. And just come back to your breathing. Trying to clear your mind. As your thoughts come and go. As you inhale, reach up towards the sky, sitting up nice and tall, lift up to lengthen. As you exhale, folding forward. And then inhale, reach up. As you exhale, twist over to the left side. That left hand is right behind you. Again, you're gonna release your hips up and towards the sky. All that weight comes onto your left shin, your left knee, and then reach up and over with the right arm, getting a nice open stretch here. And exhale, release it down. From here, go ahead and take both feet onto the mat, bend your knees, and then you're gonna go ahead and lift both feet up and towards the sky here. So you can either have your knees bent, kind of your shins parallel to the mat. You can have your hands behind you for some support. You can have your hands right by your sides if you want to challenge yourself a little bit. And staying right here, engaging the core. And maybe you stay right here, or maybe you begin to straighten out the knees, a little more intensity, holding here. Breathing. Nice job, guys. We'll hold it for 3, 2, 1. Good. Cross your ankles over. And then go ahead and meet me in a downward facing dog. So planting those hands down, tucking the back toes, send your hips back and down. Downward facing dog. So take any gentle movements right here that your body might be needing or craving. Maybe you're pedaling out the feet. Maybe you're rocking from side to side. Whatever your body is needing right here in this moment. Just let your head hang heavy. We'll take 3 more deep breaths in and 3 more deep breaths out. And then whenever you're ready, go ahead and come down to your knees and then sink your hips back onto your heels. Sitting up nice and tall right here. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, plant them right in front of you. And you're going to start to come into a low runner's lunge. Right leg comes forward in between those hands. Chest is nice and lifted. As you inhale, reach the arms up. Making sure that both hips are squared straight to the front of the room. As you exhale, go ahead and flex that front leg, flexing the feet, or straighten out that front leg and flex that right foot. Again, goal here is to not try and touch your foot. The goal here is to get a nice straight spine. As you inhale, bend the front knee, reaching up, low runner's lunge. Exhale, take it back to that half split. Flexing that right foot, straightening out that right leg. And then plant the left hand down. Maybe you're on those fingertips. And then with the right arm, reach all the way up towards the sky, getting a nice little gentle twist here. Might wobble, might topple, totally okay. Exhale, take that right hand back down towards the earth. And then bend that front knee and then take it back. And then go ahead, sit back onto your heels, sitting up nice and straight. Arms come up. Palms come to touch right through your heart center, taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Arms come overhead. Exhale, hands come down. Moving towards the other side, left foot comes in between the hands. Reaching the arms forward, low runner's lunge, left foot. Good. Again, taking a moment here, maybe the hands come down to the hips, making sure they're nice and squared to the front of the room. As you exhale, half splits. Straightening out that left leg. Making sure that chest is nice and lifted here. Breathing into the stretch. Maybe this side feels way different than the other side. Just noticing the differences. Inhale, low runner's lunge, arms reach up. Exhale, take it back. And then planting the right hand down, left hand comes up towards the ceiling, lengthening out, getting a nice little twist in. Your gaze can come up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, left hand comes down, bend that front knee, plant the hands, foot comes back, plant the hands down, tuck the back toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. As you inhale, go ahead and slowly come onto the tippy toes here as you slowly begin to make your way to a high plank. Engaging the core. Nice flat back. Shoulders in line with the wrists. And then from here, drop to your knees, bend the elbows as they hug into your body, as if you're doing a tricep push-up. Slowly bring your body all the way down towards the earth. From here, as you inhale, keeping your hands on the floor, as you inhale, slowly lift the chest, lift the gaze, baby cobra. Exhale, release it back down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, release it back down. One more time, inhaling up. Exhale, release it down. From here, go ahead and take your right cheek and plant it down onto the mat. And then go ahead and straighten out the arms towards your sides. So as if you're the letter T. I don't know if you guys can see me in the Zoom. And then from here, I'm gonna move a little bit so you guys can see me. From here, go ahead and take your left hand and you're gonna put it next to you're gonna put it right under your shoulders, your left shoulder. You're gonna tent up your fingers as if there's like a cupcake under your hands and you don't wanna smush it. So take your left hand right under the left shoulder. You're then gonna start to roll onto your right hip, bringing the left leg over your right leg. And you're gonna take a nice little gentle twist over, opening up the shoulders, getting a nice little twist in the back, the lower spine. And slowly begin to release it back towards the middle. Straightening out your left arm, and then go ahead and switch your cheek. Left cheek is on the ground. And then take your right hand under your right shoulder. You're going to tense your fingers up. Take your right leg, cross it over your left leg. Come onto your left hip. Nice little twist, opening up the shoulder. On the other side. And slowly begin to release it back towards the middle. Bring your chin down towards the mat. Take your hands under both shoulders and then slowly come up through your knees into tabletop. And then spread your feet out wide. Big toes come to touch. Sink your hips back onto your heels, coming into a child's pose. Take a big deep breath in. As you exhale, open your mouth side out. Take a really big deep breath in. Exhale, release it out. On your next inhale, come up through tabletop. And then from here, we'll take 3 rounds of cat-cow. Again, shoulders are going to be in line with the wrists, hips over knees. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, creating a little dip in your lower spine. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the tailbone under, coming into cat-like position. Inhale, belly drops towards the ground. Lift your gaze, lift your chest. Exhale, come into cat. Rounding the spine. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And then slowly come back to neutral spine. And then from here, I want you to go ahead and you're going to come into a side plank on the left side. A modified side plank. So keeping your left hand down towards the floor, go ahead and rotate your left knee out, and then your right foot is going to come straight out. And then from here, I want you to go ahead and lift the right leg up. Good. Engaging the core. Take your right arm overhead. And then go ahead and bend the right knee, flex the foot. Your right arm is going to come behind your back, and then see if maybe that right hand can make contact with the right foot. And if so, go ahead and press the foot onto the palm of the hand and slowly begin to rotate your chest up towards the sky, really opening up. If this is causing any strain in your neck, you're more than welcome to take your gaze down to your left hand. Take one more deep breath in and a deep breath out. Slowly release the hand, release the foot, coming back into that side plank. Your right arm's gonna come, or your right hand's gonna come to your right hip. Still keeping that right foot flexed. From here, we're gonna flutter the foot up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, good, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, release the foot down, coming back to your tabletop position. Moving over to the other side, plant that right hand down, come onto the side plank on the right side. Coming onto your right knee. Again, from here, lifting the left leg, flexing that foot, left arm comes overhead. And maybe here you begin to bend the left knee, that left arm comes behind your back. Maybe the hand can make contact with the foot. And if so, really press the top of the foot towards the hand and begin to rotate your chest up towards the ceiling, rotating that gaze, really opening up. Take one more big deep breath in and exhale it out. Releasing the foot, releasing the hand. Extend the leg long, extend the right hand. Hand comes down to your left hip. And from here, flutter the leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That burns. Go ahead and come to tabletop position. Take a moment here, knees come out wide, sink your hips back onto your heels. Take a moment in child's pose. Come back to your breath. Whenever you're ready, as you inhale, come up through tabletop, tuck the back toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, slowly roll out to a high plank, moving through our first round of vinyasa. As you exhale, really hug those elbows into the body and slowly bring your body towards the ground, untuck the toes, coming into upward facing dog as you lift the chest, lift the gaze, or maybe upward facing dog, or sorry, baby cobra. And as you exhale, coming up through your knees, tuck the back toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, take your gaze to the top of your mat. Walk your feet to your hands. As you inhale, come to a halfway lift, hands towards your shins. As you exhale, fold it down, release your head. As you inhale, take a big, big, deep bend in the knees, round your spine, slowly coming up. And we'll all eventually meet together in mountain pose. Sitting up nice and straight. As you inhale, arms come up overhead. And then as you exhale, go ahead, interlace the hands behind your back. And then move the shoulders up and back down. Roll them up and all the way back down. Maybe lifting the gaze up towards the ceiling. And then option here to bend through the knees and then slowly coming to a forward fold with the bind, releasing all that tension in your head. Maybe you shake your head yes here. Maybe you shake your head no. Releasing any tension. As you inhale, slowly make your way all the way up, mountain pose. Release the bind in the hands. And then as you exhale, coming back to mountain pose, arms by your sides, fingertips spread apart. Really ground down through the toes, through the feet. And then just take a moment here to flutter your eyes closed. Just coming back to your breath. Coming back to this present moment, where all you have to do and all you have to be is be right here in this moment on your mat. Just focusing your attention on your breath. And whenever you're ready, flutter your eyes open. And go ahead and toe heel the feet together. Big toes come to touch. As you inhale, we're going to come into Utkatasana chair pose. So you're going to bend through the knees, sink the hips down low. Make sure that tailbone is nice and tucked in. Shoulders are away from the ears. And then take a little second here to look at your knees. Make sure they're nice and in line. Sinking down low here. And as you inhale, we're going to come onto our tippy toes and our hands are going to come behind us as if we're like an airplane. Working on our calves, working on our flexibility, our balance here, our core engagement, all the things. As you exhale, slowly come back down to the heels, arms come overhead, chair pose. Inhale, come onto your tippy toes. Take those arms back. Exhale, chair pose. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release it down. Good. Take your hands towards your heart center. I know this is burning. Sink a little bit lower here. You guys got it. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, release. Bend your legs forward, straighten out your legs forward, fold, release your head. Take a moment here. You can toe heel the feet out, maybe to the width of your mat. Coming into a forward fold. Take a big, big, deep bend in the knees. Release the tension in your head. You're more than welcome to grab opposite elbows here, coming into ragdoll. Maybe you're just swaying from side to side. Whatever feels good. And then if you have the bind, release the bind. Plant your hands towards the floor. And then if you have your feet out wide, keep them there, but heels are going to come in, toes are going to face out. We're going to come into Malasana yogi squat. So you're going to go ahead and sink your hips down low. If this is too much for you, you're more than welcome to grab a block or a bunch of books and have them right under the sits bones. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to bring your hands to heart center. You're going to lift your chest up, roll the shoulders back and down. Nice, good posture here. Just take a moment and see how maybe what thoughts come up in this position, the sensations you feel within your body. And take your left hand down towards the floor. Right hand comes up towards the sky. Nice little gentle twist. Coming back through center. Right hand comes down. Left hand reaches up. And coming back through center. From here, go ahead and just slowly bring your sits bones on to your mat. And then bring your shins up just as we started class this morning in a boat pose. Flexing those feet, shins are parallel to the mat. Taking your hand position again, you can bring it behind your back. Maybe they're behind your thighs, or maybe they're out in front of you or on the sides. And either staying here or maybe begin to straighten out those legs. Holding here, working that core. Two more breaths, you got it. And then crossing your ankles over, planting the hands down, coming to tabletop and tuck the back toes, send those hips up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, go ahead and tiptoe the toes so they touch. Right foot comes up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, knee comes to nose. Give it a nice big smooch. As you exhale, release it out. As you inhale, bring your knees up towards your nose. Give your knee a nice big smooch. Exhale, release it out. Inhale one more time. Knee comes to your nose. Lifting it right here, engaging the core, rounding the spine. Then flexing the foot, planted in between your hands. Rise up, low lunge. High lunge. From here, just as we did with airplane hands, as you inhale forward, you're going to slowly begin to bring your belly closer to your thigh, but I don't want you putting all your weight onto your thigh. Hands are going to come behind you, really working to engage the core, nice flat spine. Continue to take a deep bend in that front knee, making sure that knee is right over the ankle. Inhale, rise up, high lunge. Exhale, release it. That belly is just, those core is just hovering over that front knee. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hover that core. Such a simple move can work so many muscles in your body.
Inhale, come up. Exhale, warrior two. That back foot is parallel to the short edge of your mat. Bend deep into that front knee. Arms come out. Move those shoulders away from the ears. As you exhale, that left hand slides behind your left foot, your left leg. Right arm reaches up and over. Take it back. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to frame your foot. Step the foot back, either meeting me in downward facing dog, or maybe you move through a vinyasa flow. Your choice. This is your practice. You choose how it looks like. We'll all eventually meet in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, whenever you're ready, left foot comes up toward the ceiling. And as you inhale, as you exhale, knee comes to nose, give it a nice big smooch. Exhale, release it out. Inhale, bring your knee to your nose. Nice big kiss. Exhale, release it out. One more time, knee towards your nose. Hold it here, round your spine. Really bring that knee up towards your chest. Now flexing the foot, stamp your foot in between the hands. Rise up, high lunge. Stop. Really get nice and grounded through your feet. As you exhale, take your hands back to those airplane hands. Hover your belly over that left thigh. Really engaging the core. Nice flat spine. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, high lunge. Exhale, release it down. Inhale, back to high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. As you pivot that back foot, sink deep into that front knee. Open up those hips. Just take a moment here. Are your shoulders up towards your ears? If so, bring them back down. Release any tension here in your body. As you exhale, take it back as that right hand slides behind your right thigh. Reach up and over with the left arm. Reversing your warrior. And then cartwheel your hands down to frame the foot. Step it back, either meeting me in downward facing dog or moving through your vinyasa flow. We'll take 3 breaths in child's pose. So whenever you're ready, bringing those knees down towards the earth, big toes come to touch. Sink your hips back onto your heels. If you want a bigger shoulder stretch in child's pose, you're more than welcome to bend the elbows. Palms come to touch, and then those palms come right behind your skull. Just opening up the shoulders just a little bit more. Take one more deep breath in. And deep breath out. If the hands are over your head, go ahead, bring them right back down towards the earth. And then slowly begin to walk your hands up towards your body. And then you're going to move your ankles out of the way. And then coming into a butterfly position. So soles of the feet are going to come to touch. Sitting on your sits bones, sitting up nice and tall here. As you inhale, arms come up overhead. As you exhale, twist over to the right side. So that left hand is going to come on the outside of that right knee. Right arm comes behind you. Lift up to lengthen as you inhale. And as you exhale, maybe twisting a little bit deeper. Inhale, come through center, arms reach up. Exhale, twisting over to the left side. Right hand comes on the outside of that left knee. Left arm comes behind your back. Again, lift up to lengthen with every inhale. And with every exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, come through center, arms reach up. And then as you exhale, folding forward. Again, the point here is to not get your nose all the way down to the mat. The point here is to get nice alignment. Stretching out the hips. So nice flat back here. And then inhale, come up. Go ahead and take your left leg out in front of you, flexing that foot. And then you're gonna bring your right knee in, bending that right knee, planting that right foot down. And then from here, you're gonna go ahead and take your left hand behind you. You're gonna take your right hand behind you. And then from here, you're gonna start to lift your hips off. You're coming into a wheel pose. So this is a different way that you can come into a wheel pose. Again, plant that right foot down, plant that right hand down, and then you're just gonna lift your hips up overhead. Left arm comes overhead, coming into a wheel pose. Really lifting the hips up, opening up through the chest. Nice. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale, release it down. Good job, guys. It's a little different way to get into the pose. Going to the other side, straighten out that right leg, bend the left knee, plant that foot down, take your left hand behind your back. Same thing, plant that left hand down, and then whenever you're ready, you're gonna go ahead and start to bring the hips up overhead, coming into wheel. And release it down. Nice job, guys. Go ahead and take both feet out, shake out the legs, maybe shake out those arms. And then from here, go ahead and slowly, with your arms right in front of you, you're gonna start to slowly curl your back in. So you're gonna bend that upper back, round the upper back, and slowly, engaging the core. Begin to release your body all the way down towards the earth, really avoiding that flop at the end. Coming into a good morning stretch, so take your arms overhead, get a nice full body stretch here. Bringing the knees towards your body, give yourself a nice big squeeze. And then planting the tailbone down, opening up the hips, flexing the feet. Take your hands to the outer edges of the feet, coming into happy baby. Maybe rocking from side to side. Maybe straightening out one leg, bending the other. My dog is going crazy. Bring your knees back into your body. Give yourself a nice big squeeze as you inhale. Draw your forehead up to your knees. As you exhale, release it down towards the earth. Coming into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Letting your feet come out wide. Bringing those hands by your sides, palms facing up. Just really sinking into this pose. Letting your full body just melt onto your mat, onto the floor. And whenever you're ready, flutter those eyes closed.
Allow all those thoughts in your head to come and to go. Allowing yourself to be fully present in this moment. Slowly start to bring your attention back to your breath. Noticing the rise and the fall of your chest with every inhale and every exhale. Begin to move your fingers and your toes. Maybe rocking your head from side to side. Reaching those arms overhead. Taking a final good morning stretch. And whenever you're ready, making your way onto your favorite side, fetal position, maybe using your bicep as a little pillow for under your head. And then making your way up to an easy seat, using the palm of your hand to slowly press yourself up. Whenever you get there, there's no rush. Sitting up nice and tall. As you inhale, take your arms overhead. As you exhale, arms come right back down towards the earth. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, arms come up. Palms come to touch. As you exhale, bring your hands through your heart center. Thumb knuckles press against the sternum. Bow your chin down to your chest. Taking a moment here to thank yourself for showing up today. For doing something good for your mind, your body. And take your thumb knuckles up to your third eye center, that little space in between your eyebrows. The light, the love in me honors the light, the love in you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, for letting me guide you through this practice. And thank you so much for showing up for you. Namaste.